Welcome to skedlive for Friday, April 17th. I'm your host, Annika Durisova, and here is what's making news now. 4 people face more than 100 charges in connection with a shooting in northwest Toronto that sent 5 people to the hospital. Police say several people were standing outside a townhouse on Driftwood Avenue near Jane Street just before 6 p.m. yesterday when another group approached and began firing. One victim, a man in his 20s, suffered life-threatening injuries in the shooting. The 4 other victims have serious but non-life-threatening injuries. The province's Special Investigation Unit was called after one of the suspects was shot by police on Elmhurst Drive near Islington Avenue and Rexdale Boulevard. Sergeant Steve Hicks said there were many children in the area at the time. The incident took place near a high school and a community center. Hicks told 680 News he was running a youth program at the center when he heard a commotion and rushed to the scene where he found the 5 people who were shot. An 84-year-old man has died after a double stabbing in Mississauga. The victim's 80-year-old wife suffered serious injuries but is expected to recover. Peel police have charged Trey Worry, 21, with first-degree murder and attempt murder. He is scheduled to appear in Brampton court today. Eaton Centre shooter Christopher Husbands has been sentenced to life with no charge of parole for 30 years. Husbands was convicted in December on 2 counts of second-degree murder in deaths of Nixon Nirmalandran and Ahmed Hassan at the mall. He was also convicted of aggravated assault and criminal negligence charges. The judge sentenced him to consecutive 15-year sentence on both murder charges. He was also sentenced to 14 years on 3 aggravated assaults, convictions to be served concurrently. Now let's go to Camille Teep with our weekend weather forecast.
Hi, my name is Camille Teep, and here's your weather for April 17th, 2015. Today, we're sitting at a high of plus 20, and we're going to go to a low of 6. Today, we spoke to some Humber College students about how they felt about the weather today.
Today at Humber College Lakeshore campus, the sun is shining, and as the exam week approaches, students gear up for the summer.
Now that exams are almost over, are you happy with this weather?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's some plans you have for the summer?
Heading out, chilling with some friends, patio weather.
Students are optimistic about the upcoming break off from exams and schoolwork.
It's awesome. Like in the morning, it was so foggy, but at least it's better than the winters.
Yes. Are you excited for the summer?
Of course, yes, but I cannot see the summers are that near. So, yeah, very much excited.
And that was just some comments today from the Humber College students regarding the weather. Let's have a look at the 5-day forecast. For today, we'll be sitting at 20 degrees with clear skies and some clouds. Over the weekend, it's looking really great. Saturday, we'll have 16 degrees with clear skies, and on Sunday, it'll be partly cloudy with 10 degrees. For our commute back to work and to school, we'll be having some rain with 13 degrees, and on Tuesday, it'll continue with the rain with 12 degrees as well. That was your weather segment for April 17th. Now back to the studio.
Suds are coming to a grocery store near you. The Ontario government announced beer will be sold in up to 450 supermarkets by this Christmas. The plan, announced by Premier Kathleen Wynne on Thursday, will also make craft beers more available and visible in Ontario beer stores. Grocery stores will be packed with 6-packs of beers. India's Prime Minister is calling his 3-day visit to Canada a success. Narendra Modi said in a speech yesterday in Vancouver that the 2 countries will work together. The leader of the right-leaning majority Hindu Nationalist Party told a state dinner held by Prime Minister Stephen Harper that both countries have made progress on many issues. Modi is the first Indian Prime Minister in more than 40 years to visit with his Canadian counterpart. Modi's trip took him to Ottawa, Toronto, and Vancouver. He signed pledges to cooperate on civil aviation, education, and health and buy 3,000 tons of Saskatchewan uranium. the leader of the world's largest democracy earned praise from supporters. But the protesters raised their voices outside of every event he attended in BC. Modi was chief minister in Gujarat state in 2002 when a riot resulted in the deaths of hundreds of people, most of whom were Muslims. The Cheap Date Report ranks 31 cities around the world for one cost of a simple night in town. And guess what? Toronto comes at a number 16. One of the biggest banks in the world, Deutsche, put out a cheap date report. The date is based on cab rides, 2 McDonald's burgers, 2 movie tickets, and a couple of beers. The most expensive city is San Francisco, where this exciting night would cost you $100 and 4. But in Mumbai, this fun date would cost $24. And here in Ontario, specifically in Toronto, the tab runs at $75. Hey, by this Christmas, you can get the beer at the grocery store, stay at home, and watch Netflix at home. That would be even cheaper. Now let's check in with Emily Singh on what's happening in the entertainment news.
Here's your entertainment news for today. Star Wars fans, The Force is back. The trailer for Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, has been released. The trailer opens with the scene of a vehicle racing along a planet called Jakku. Fans eagerly await the return of Han Solo. Luke Skywalker and Chewbacca are set to hit the big screen on December 18th when the movie is out in theaters. Speaking of trailers, the Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice trailer has been leaked. Eager fans can now get a sneak peek into the heroic action. 2 of the world's most favorite superheroes come face to face. Who will be victorious? The official trailer will be released on Monday. Heartthrob Ryan Gosling has a new do. Gosling debuted his new dark brown locks on the set of his new film, The Big Short. He traded his golden tresses for his role as a financial trader in the upcoming film. Supermodel Gisele Bündchen is packing up her runway heels for good. The 34-year-old took her last strut down the catwalk at Sao Paulo Fashion Week. Bündchen is the world's highest paid model and has been in the industry for 20 years. Things just got real for Kim Richards. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star was arrested yesterday on public intoxication and other charges. The allegations are that Richards refused to leave an upscale hotel in Beverly Hills and also kicked an officer in the leg. ESPN reporter Britt McHenry has been suspended for a week after a video showing her verbally assaulting a tow truck company employee has surfaced. The video shows McHenry making comments about the employee's teeth, education, and weight. McHenry has since posted a message on Twitter that reads, "In an intense and stressful moment, I allowed my emotions to get the best of me and said some insulting and regrettable things. As frustrated as I was, I should have always chose to be respectful and taken the high road. I am so sorry for my actions and will learn from this mistake." Monkey Kingdom swings its way into theaters this weekend. The Disney film features toque macaque monkeys, which is an endangered species only found in Sri Lanka. The film is being narrated by Tina Fey. You are now up to date with the latest in entertainment news. I'm Emily Singh, now back to the studio.
That's it for skedlive. Check out all of our coverage on skedline.com. This is our last webcast for the school year. We will be back in the fall. I'm Annika Durasova.